Hi, I'm Chad with Move For Guitar. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to play drop 2 diminished 7th chord inversions starting on the 4th string. First off, if you like the diagrams of the chords that I'm playing in this lesson, you can click the link on the screen and download our Intermediate and Advanced Chords eGuide. And you can download that for free. And like I said, it contains all the chords that I'm going to show you in this lesson, plus many more. It'll be really useful to you. You'll be able to get a lot of mileage out of it, use it for years to come. And like I said, it's free, so no reason not to just download that. And as I'm filming this lesson, I'm still working on the eGuide, so if it's not available yet, it will say coming soon. So if it's not available as you're watching this lesson, just watch out for it, and it'll be available soon. But don't worry, you can still go through this lesson without it. You don't need the eGuide to follow along in this lesson, because all the diagrams are going to be on the screen, so you can still go through this lesson. So I'm going to show you drop 2 diminished 7th chord inversions starting on the 4th string. So the strings you'll be fretting will be the 4th string, the 3rd string, the 2nd string, and the 1st string for each one of these inversions. And in this lesson, I'm not going to dive into theory behind diminished chords or give explanation about drop chords. I'm going to keep this lesson really simple to show you these shapes so you can get them under your fingers and start using them right away. And I'll have other lessons that'll dive into the theory for those who need it. So watch out for those lessons if you need the explanation, if you need the theory behind these. But like I said, I'm going to keep this lesson simple to show you these shapes so you can get them down and start using them. And I'm going to play each one of these inversions up the fretboard, and as I do, there'll be a diagram on the screen that shows you what inversion I'm playing. And in the diagram, it's going to show you the intervals of the chord. It's not going to show you the fingerings that I'm using. And that's because these are more advanced chords, and if you're learning more advanced chords, you should be at a level where you're able to find the fingerings that work best for you. And what works best for you might be different than what works best for me, because everyone's hands are different. And the playing situation a lot of times is going to determine what fingerings to use, because it'll be based on the transitions you have to make or how fast the song is or whatever. So that's why the diagrams are showing you the intervals, not the fingerings. And I'm going to play each one of these as an F diminished 7th chord. And I'm playing them as F just because I can start down here in root position, play up to 3rd inversion, all in a straight line without having to double back. But these are movable chords, there's no open strings in them, so these shapes are going to stay the same no matter what key you play them in. So I'm just going to start with F diminished 7th in root position. So those are drop 2 F diminished 7th chords starting on the 4th string. And I'm sure you noticed as I was playing through those that the shape of the chord stayed the same for every one of the inversions. And that's because diminished 7th chords are symmetrical chords, and that means that the shape stays the same, you just move up in specific intervals. And with the diminished 7th chord, you're moving up in minor 3rd intervals. So that means you play any one of the shapes and move up by 3 frets, and the shape stays the same, and you're on to the next inversion. And that's just something unique about symmetrical chords, which a diminished 7th chord is. But like I said, I'm not going to dive into the theory behind that in this lesson. I'll have other lessons that dive into the theory and explain how that all works. So watch out for those lessons if you need more explanation on it. So play these starting in root position, play up to 3rd inversion, back down, and once you're comfortable with that, it's important to take these and play them in a random order. And that's because if you just play them in a specific order, you're going to really build muscle memory based on that order. And especially when it comes to symmetrical chords, it's really easy just to play those by muscle memory, because you're only holding one shape and moving up by a specific interval each time. And so it's just really easy to build that muscle memory and not visualize where each one of those inversions is. So it's really important to play them randomly so that you can visualize where each one of these inversions land without playing them in order. And then once you can do them as F diminished 7, move them to the other keys And like I said, be sure to download the eGuide. You can download that for free. And also be sure to subscribe because we add at least one new lesson every day.